Came here when I was 2 years old to Los Angeles, to an area called the Rampart District. And we moved back and forth from the Rampart District to South Central Los Angeles. Inside the home, there was a lot of violence with my father beating my mom, and that kind of deal. Heavy drinker, and just never worked. And unfortunately, that was just what I had to see throughout my early life.
So there was trouble in your home to begin with, and you are living in some areas where a young man from a troubled home is apt to find family outside the home. Tell me what happened.
At the age of 8, I witnessed my first, it was a triple homicide, where a man stepped out of his car, walked over to 3 individuals on the alley, and gunned them down. And simply walked back to his car. He didn't run to his car, he just walked to his car and didn't step on the gas. He didn't hear any screeching tires. He just drove off. Looking at violence in my home and then seeing it on the street, it became part of me at the age of 8. And so there was a gang leader that took me under his wing.
So tell me what happened after you began running with people who were in gangs.
At first it was fun and games, the drinking, the partying, the cars, stealing cars. But for me, it took a little bit of a different spin. At 11, when I first got into this gang, I committed my first stabbing. So it was difficult, but you do it, and you have to do it, and you got to show that you're worthy of belonging to this gang. And it sounds horrible, but I fell in love with the violence.
So as a teenager, you're participating in escalating violence. You were particularly known for stabbing. What happens then as your teenage years roll on?
Well, at 16, I committed a murder, and I was convicted for a second-degree murder and many robberies, and that would sentence me to 12 years, 8 months. While I was there, I strangled somebody and almost killed my second person there. So because of that, I had to go directly into solitary confinement. In solitary, you don't know if it's day or night. There are absolutely no windows. You don't see the sun, you don't see anything. There's a dim light inside your cell. It's an 8 by 10. So just to give you an idea, the size of a parking space is your living quarters. And you only have a t-shirt, boxers, a blanket, and a roll of toilet paper in which they tell you, count the squares, make it last. And you have absolutely no literature in there. This is when solitary was actually solitary.
So as we sit here today, Casey Diaz is not a dangerous man, is not a violent man, is not a member of a gang, is not the kind of person, we're sitting here talking, you're an affable guy, not the kind of person that one would step around or go to the other side of the street to avoid. Explain to me the difference between the Casey Diaz of then and the Casey Diaz of now.
Well, I had quite an experience while I was sitting in solitary confinement where Christ came and made himself very well known to me. What Christ did in that cell and that moment that changed my life forever. It is solely the Holy Spirit of God convicting you of sin, and then that individual repenting and then coming to Christ and just giving your life over to him completely without absolutely nothing, leaving nothing behind. And I chose Christ, and for the next 2 years I had to endure some persecution in there. My life was required of me because stepping down from an organization like this required for you to be taken out. And so the guy that was called to do the hit was one of my very own in the gang that I belonged to, who I knew from the streets and everything. So he came and he was to do the hit. He became the first guy that I led to Christ. Soon after that, one of the founding members of MS-13 gave his life to Christ, and another a guy that was in organized crime as well, he became a Christian as well. And so there was like 4 or 5 of us, very short span of time. And by the time those 2 years were after that, over 200 inmates would become born again.
So essentially your life was, obviously Jesus turned your life completely around, but then your life was saved from a hit from the gang by essentially a revival. The Spirit of God came and saved everybody who was going to kill you.
God can reach the most hardened criminals, and I still believe that God can do a marvelous thing and turning many back to Him.